actually doing it. Can you believe it?
Observation. The ship is rising. Conclusion. Belief is not required.
Glad you worked that out.
I had a hard time explaining to some of my coworkers why I didn't like the Battlefront beta. It was a shooter that wore the high-res skin of a Star Wars title, but somehow managed to completely miss the soul of that beloved space western. Lucky for me, a character-driven narrative in Knights of the Fallen Empire DLC for Star Wars The Old Republic came along and reminded me of what an epic Star Wars tale should look like. Warning, some spoilers ahead. Fallen Empire understands that large epic struggles involving clashes of civilizations aren't relatable unless it's personal, and personality is what this DLC has in spades. A self-doubting villain seeking approval? Check. A trash-talking HK-55 murder robot? Check. Tough moral decisions? Romance? Derelict spaceships? Smuggler havens? Clever self-aware writing? Check, check, and a big bag of checks.
Query. Has the meatbag bickering finally exhausted itself?
One thing that hasn't changed in 5 years, and I doubt it ever will. Meatbag bickering.
Agreement. You said it, Master.
Fallen Empire consistently makes you care about its characters, big or small, by following the old creative writing adage that every character should be a hero from their own epic. You will find this story in line with other fantastic sci-fi such as Mass Effect. Now I have to talk about how I play Star Wars The Old Republic because it may inform your purchasing decision. I find this MMO to be best played as a single-player experience. Dev stated in our session that this DLC is Knights of the Old Republic inspired, and that suits me fine. In fact, I find the MMO aspects to be immensely distracting. For example, when other characters line up in carnival ride fashion to initiate fetch quest pickups. I've also come to love the Mass Effect style of combat that doesn't have the bulk of your eyeball time spent staring at cooldowns at the bottom of the screen. Hotkey combat can be fairly dull and unengaging, so if you're coming to Fallen Empire for combat, you better love traditional MMO style fighting. Now, I personally will not be playing the DLC after the campaign is over, but therein lies the rub, because there'll be 9 episodic chapters released monthly after the Star Wars movie drops. At the end of the day, I think the story of Fallen Empire is fantastic and worth your time. Whether you want to continue the MMO once the campaign is done is entirely up to you. Knights of the Fallen Empire is included for subscribers, so it's mostly players engaged with the free-to-play model that will have to make this decision. Great character-driven narrative is the main draw here, and I will always be a sucker for that in the Star Wars universe.
That wasn't quite so bad.